Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. XRP Crypto Wolf posting this: the SEC refuses to provide further responses to Ripple's contention interrogatories. SEC accuses Ripple of trying to trap it into answering questions about the legal status of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So guys, the latest in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. In a letter to Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn, Mark Sylvester, senior trial counsel at the SEC, asked the court not to compel the agency to provide additional answers to Ripple's contention interrogatories. The agency is accusing the defendants of trying to trap it into answering questions about the legal status of Bitcoin and Ether, pointing to the fact that it had never brought an enforcement action against either of the two cryptocurrencies. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call that entrapment. I would consider that a legitimate question, understanding how the agency truly sees these other cryptocurrencies, because we're comparing apples to apples here, right? XRP, another cryptocurrency that was created, and what the SEC is suggesting is that Ripple was selling it as an illegal security. So let's compare apples to apples. There is no dispute that the SEC has never filed an enforcement action against issuers of Bitcoin or Ethereum, contending that they engaged in securities transactions at the time of those transactions. The SEC says that it doesn't typically make independent determinations concerning whether certain financial instruments are securities. And so this article just goes on. I will link it in the description of the video for you guys. Ultimately, though, lawyers at the SEC now claiming Ripple is trying to trap them into answering questions about the status of securities. You know, it really, these legal cases, sometimes they can get so, what appears to be so petty. I mean, a lot is on the line here, of course, and so the SEC does not want to misstep, considering how feeble their case truly is. I mean, they do not have a hope in hell. I mean, I'm no lawyer, but just to me, as this evidence is mounting, it does seem like the case is just getting flimsier and flimsier as the days go on. Of course, this is the latest update, guys. I will keep you guys posted on any new updates in the future. This from MacAttack XRP. Ripple community demands XRP relisting on Coinbase. So we know Coinbase did just get sued by the SEC, and so the XRP community speaking out. Coinbase Inc. is the first crypto exchange in the US to go public, so that was the other thing. The SEC would have had to have given them clearance to go public back in April, which they did, but they could face a potential lawsuit from the SEC for their unreleased lending product. The exchange, in an official blog post, revealed that the SEC intends to pursue legal action. I did talk about that in a video I did yesterday. I'll link that video up here in the top right-hand corner. If you guys didn't catch that, the CEO of the firm, Brian Armstrong, took to Twitter to reveal that the exchange has received a Wells notice from the SEC. I did go over Brian Armstrong's tweet thread here. Interesting. And you know, all those sassy responses from the XRP community, from Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz in particular. So the Coinbase SEC saga could become the next chapter in the SEC's securities lawsuit after Ripple. The calls for relisting XRP on Coinbase increased as the Ripple community reminded how XRP was left alone in the battle. Many even called out Coinbase for towing the line during XRP delisting, and realizing the SEC's fault now that they themselves could get entangled in a potential lawsuit. So the XRP community now saying, hey, Coinbase, maybe you should be listing XRP, or rather relist XRP. Of course, a lot of Americans do use Coinbase as their go-to cryptocurrency exchange. So it is no surprise that we're hearing this outpouring from people, not just in the United States, but from around the world, saying Coinbase, relist XRP, do the right thing. Now you know how Ripple feels, so maybe you will have some sympathy and do this. I highly doubt they will. Just, of course, the law is still the law, and so out of an abundance of caution, they are not just going to relist XRP just to be defiant. Mrs. Rippleman down here saying, I'm not silent about my disdain for Coinbase. I would love nothing more than to say we told you so. However, this isn't the time. It's time for crypto companies to start uniting publicly. Exactly. This is an attack on your emerging industry, and it began with Ripple. And so now it's time to step up. Of course, criticizing these guys like Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, to do the right thing, because, Coinbase is not the only one who has now been targeted by the SEC. There's also Uniswap Labs for their DEX platform, decentralized exchange platform. So the saga continues. Of course, the SEC looking to pin down some of these companies and really kind of get what they want out of them. Now, that's not to say that we likely have the inclination that this is a corrupt system, that the SEC is working behind the scenes, perhaps with ulterior motives in mind. I'm going to get to that in a bit, guys. I'm going to keep going with Go Crypto partners with Binance Pay to bring crypto payments closer for everyday use. So, just with regards to the SEC thing, one more thing. Binance has really been a target worldwide, and I think that, Binance at the end of the day wanted to do the right thing. I think that they came into this space really kind of guns a-blazing, really tried to grow themselves as big as possible. They have succeeded since 2017, one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges on planet Earth, or at least they were for a while there. And now all these governments cracking down. And so, they're not part of the in crowd. And now they're trying to kind of, do now, apologize later. Now they're trying to really kind of make it work in certain regions. But anyway, this is another story with regards to Binance Go Crypto, a solution allowing merchants to accept cryptocurrencies, announced the integration of Binance Pay into Go Crypto system, giving crypto adopters more options to use crypto as the mainstream means of payment. So this is really going to change a lot of things too, especially if you live in a country where you can still use Binance. I know there is some clarity is coming down right now in the UK. The United States has Binance.us, but there are still many countries around the world who are kind of working with Binance, from what I understand, to get them regulatory compliant. The Go Crypto solution, developed by Ellie, a fully regulated company, is currently available in 64 countries and is expanding into new markets. Go Crypto enables online and brick-and-mortar merchants to accept instant payments with various crypto wallets. The integration of Binance Pay into Go Crypto payment network enables millions of Binance app users to use 40-plus Binance Pay supported cryptocurrencies at thousands of Go Crypto locations worldwide. So with the 40-plus cryptos approved by Binance Pay, you can now use your cryptocurrency to actually make payments with this integration, Go Crypto and Binance. Interesting piece of news there. So I wanted to thank Michael at Val5Links for posting that. Another one, guys, from DJ Peter Vass with regards to another country, the Ukraine, and the legalization of cryptocurrency. So their parliament has approved a bill legalizing and regulating crypto. According to a Wednesday report by a local media outlet, the Ukraine's parliament, the Verkhovna Rada, has approved a bill that will see crypto and other digital assets become legal in the country. The bill was approved with a total of 276 votes from the Ukrainian lawmakers just yesterday. Once the bill is officially signed by the country's president, the new law will serve as a protection for digital asset owners and crypto exchanges from fraud. So another country looking to pass crypto laws. Of course, this is no secret, especially if central banks in these countries are going to want to make CBDC distribution legal. We're going to have to start with some regulatory clarity. And so this is what 2021 was all about. We're going to look back on this year and we're going to think to ourselves, wow, what a crazy effing year. Crypto regulatory clarity, Ripple lawsuit, ups and downs and bull market and bear market and oh my goodness, volatile swings, so on and so forth. Anyway, a spokesperson for the Ministry of Digital Transformation noted that Ukraine is also planning to open the cryptocurrency market for business and investors by the year 2022. So only about 4 or 5 months away. However, the country's parliament will have to pass a set of laws that amend the tax code and the civil code first. The law will allow crypto-related businesses to operate in the Ukraine, but they must pass state registration requirements and submit the necessary reports on their activities to the competent authorities. There is more here, guys. It does look as though the Ukraine is a cryptocurrency-friendly company. Of course, the government wants to make it legal. They do want to put in a reasonable framework for cryptocurrency investing, and I think for ultimately cryptocurrency utilization for payments eventually down the road. And they're just one of many where this is occurring today. So wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass here for pointing that out. And I wanted to just touch on this briefly today, guys. I'm going to get into this more tomorrow. Former federal prosecutor says the SEC will go to any length to control the entire crypto market. So this just speaks to the fraud, guys. This just speaks to what we've been seeing with, specifically the Ripple and XRP case in the court to the SEC, how, it seems as though they're being petty. They really do not want to fall into the quote-unquote trap, as they're calling it by Ripple's lawyers. We do not have to show you what our employees were trading at the time that we were saying XRP was illegal to trade, so on and so forth. Of course, this lawsuit is going to fall apart, but there is corruption, guys. Something is going down behind the scenes. The wrench in the plan has been noted on several occasions, and, Bearable Guy has been warning us about said wrench in this plan for, well, several years now, a few years at least, And it is no surprise that we are seeing corruption here, with all those videos that we've seen come out with all this unearthed material that Ripple's lawyers can use in court, the statements from William Hinman, comments from former SEC employees, even now we're seeing former SEC lawyers working on Ripple's legal team, and they are even kind of scratching their heads and saying, what the heck is going on here? And so this morning I did a video, and if you guys didn't catch it, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. And in this morning's video, I talked a little bit about those cryptocurrencies that the WEF has laid out as the cryptocurrencies to pay attention to. I did also talk about Algorand and how we're seeing a significant bull run for Algorand as of late. Here's the list: Algorand, Cardano, CeeLo, XRP, Solana, and Stellar. And at the end of the day, we are going to see a new transformation into a new financial framework. And even over the last few years, we have seen these types of technological changes occur. Now, this article was from April of 2021, but I do remember even seeing an earlier article talking about this: technology under your skin, 3 challenges of microchip implants. So as technology continues to get closer to merge with our bodies, from the smartphones in our hands to the smartwatches on our wrists to earbuds, now it's getting under our skin, literally, with a tiny microchip. I talked about this in Sweden with Swedish youth injecting, or rather inserting, microchips in their hands to be able to use them as fobs for their workplace. This was before the pandemic, mind you. Fobs for their workplace, easier to make payments in everyday transactions, just for a coffee or lunch or whatever. And at that time, it seemed kind of crazy that people would do this. Well, a human microchip implant is typically an identifying integrated circuit device, or RFID, radio frequency identification transponder, encased in silicate glass and implanted in the body of a human being. This type of subdermal implant usually contains a unique ID number that can be linked to information contained in an external database, such as personal identification, law enforcement, medical history, medications, allergies, and contact information. And so I talked about Sweden. In Sweden, thousands have had microchips inserted in their hands. The chips are designed to speed up users' daily routines and make their lives more convenient. Accessing their homes, offices, and gyms is as easy as swiping their hands against digital readers. Chips can also be used to store emergency contact information, social media profiles, or e-ticket for events and rail journeys. So it sounds almost like a pass that allows you to do things in life. I'm going to leave it at that. Advocates of the tiny chips say they're safe and largely protected from hacking, but scientists are raising privacy concerns around the kind of personal health data that might be stored on such devices. So guys, if you are interested in this topic, I will link this article in the description of the video for you. I don't want to get into the debate of whether this is right or not right, or transhumanism or anything like that. What I do want to point out, though, is this video, and I know this is not a new video, guys, but I wanted to bring it to your attention to remind you guys what Catherine Austin Fitts said about implanted chips to be implemented with Ripple. So she was talking about, in this video, guys, from back earlier this year, she was talking about this change in the economic system. And if you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I do suggest you watch it. This kind of spurred me on to make an updated version of this video. Catherine Fitts here is talking about implanted chips to be implemented with Ripple. She says there is a lot of competition right now that is kind of vying to be integrated into this new technology. But anyway, just listen to this clip real quick.
Well, if you look at the planning and the design and the competition, it's fluid right now. There's competition over what the design will be. It was very interesting. I won't bore you with all the details, but I had an incredible experience in Denmark a year ago, and I was trying to figure out what's going on in Denmark. They had one of the tech firms in Denmark was being paid by the U.S. Navy to come up with a chip that could be implanted in the human body that would integrate with Ripple.
Wait, what? Yeah, you heard her say it. And for those of you guys who do not know who Catherine Austin Fitts is, she is an American investment banker and former public official who served as managing director of Dillon Read & Co. and during the presidency of George H.W. Bush as United States Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development for Housing. So she has been in the White House. She is also an investment banker. Take her opinion for what you will. This technology, guys, is coming. And again, I mean, this is not a debate on whether we should or should not do this. I'm just letting you know, reminding you what Catherine Austin Fitts said all those months ago. And considering where we're going today, with more countries obviously approving cryptocurrency legalization through regulatory bills, we're seeing more and more developments as the years go on. Of course, we know CBDC integration will be fully integrated by the year 2025 once we have everybody on the ISO 20022 standard. Now you got to ask yourself, was it any coincidence that Ripple jumped on the ISO 20022 standard, was the first crypto company to jump onto the standard? When we're hearing information like what Catherine Austin Fitts has to say here, it does not seem like a coincidence to me, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.